with Rocco. If you do not want to buy the Wrestlemania set at all, it could just want Rocco, I would say go on eBay. Somebody is probably bound to sell it, and you can get them that way. Let's get to some more unboxing, shall we?
With you cause I'm bored, I don't need you keeping open doors. When I see you, call you in the morning. On the speaker, ain't nobody home.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am back with another unboxing. What a week in wrestling. Roman Reigns still doing his thing. Watching NXT in the background right now, trying to catch up a couple of things. And today, I will be unboxing the WrestleMania set. This brings you Edge, Goldberg, Shawn Michaels, and the ninth one in the world, China. And today we will put together Paul Ellering, who is the Build-A-Figure for this one. So this one's going to bring you Paul Ellering with Rocco. So as you can see, China is happily displaying Rocco in her bubble. Packaging to this is wonderful. You can see all around. They give you great detail as far as her picture, her victory win at WrestleMania against Ivory, and then the front of it is amazing from here too. For me, I do have a lot of my figures MOC, but I have a rule. If the person is no longer here, or I already have an autographed figure from them already, then I pretty much open it. So I did meet Shawn Michaels. I do have one of my figures signed by Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna open up this one. When the hell am I ever gonna meet Goldberg? So I'm definitely gonna open up this. And then Edge, I already have the Edge heads. That's already signed, so I don't need to have another autograph from Edge. So this one will definitely be open, and of course the lovely China I will open because sadly enough she's no longer with us. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna open up China first because she is one of the best women in the WWF history to do it all, from Intercontinental Champion to Women's Champion to one of the members of D Generation X, which when we grew up was something that we always used to get in trouble for because we would always tell people to suck it. Take this box, toss it to the side, and let's start analyzing. So, unlike before when Mattel, they would try to put stuff away as far as like trying to try to hold stuff down so people wouldn't try and take it when they put this in the stores. As you can see, like this right here is going to be something that people probably could take, especially the belts, because people like to do a lot of swapping. So the title comes off very easily, as you can see here in the packaging. So that comes off pretty well. I know that Mattel has been having a little issues with spelling, so let's just see how this spelling is. They did spell women's right, and they did spell champion right, even though that they cut it off from the display here. I'll leave that here. I'll have closer pictures of the displays once you can see it and have like a full view of it. But also we have Rocco, which I can feel is going to be another part that somebody will either try and swap it out for something. I can't wait to see what people swap this little guy out with. But for the most part, his arms do not move. He just stays in one position, and he has a hole here where you can stick Paul Ellering's hand in to hold him. So that's going to be cool. We'll display that once we get everything going. I'm just going to put all the parts here, and she also comes with Paul Ellering's hands. So that is one part of Paul Ellering that we can put to the side here, as you can see. And then yeah, so we'll put that there. China does come with two hands. I don't know why a lot of these figures now are coming two hands. She has two fists. I'm not gonna take it out if it makes no sense. I'm not gonna use them. Most likely just keep them in the baggie and then put them to the side with all the other ones, which sometimes it makes it a little bit confusing because now you don't know exactly who it is. But being that these hands are so small, you could probably put it on Drake Maverick, because I have a Drake Maverick doll, and yeah, might have to put it on that one. So classic China, as you can see here. Head scan is good from their pictures that they do. So I know a lot of people was kind of wondering if you're not too familiar as far as like what they kind of do with the head scans for people who are not around anymore. They basically go by whatever their picture is and they work from there, which to me, I feel like they did a great job all around. They didn't make her too masculine like they did the last figure that they had of China, which was the 2-pack with Triple H. This one actually like depicts her, and when her body was changing and she was trying to be more feminine because she just wanted to be treated differently. But for the most part, I love this figure. I wish China was still around. She was a great part of the Generation X, and she was a great part of wrestling history. And I know that she most likely she would definitely love the way the women's division in WWE is going now, and especially the roster that they have. And you never know, man. She probably could have just stepped into the ring and, you know, did one last match with somebody. So, man, that would have been great. Next, we're gonna unbox my man Edge. So this Edge from WrestleMania is when he fought Mick Foley to retire Mick Foley at WrestleMania 22, and that was one of the hardcore matches that you could possibly think of between the two. As you can remember, Lita putting fire on the table and him spearing Mick Foley onto a flaming table, which was insane at the time. I feel like I should just go back and watch that whole thing. The only problem, I'm gonna toss this to the side, the only problem that I have with this figure alone is the face scan. Like, what the hell, Mattel? Really? Like, the face scan is crazy. They did get the hair right, because as so many people would know, through the edge heads, they had to go back again and redo the edge heads because the hair color was off. So yeah, and here's another little issue that I'm having. As you can see, the bat here is slightly bended, so I don't know. I'm not a perfectionist, so it really doesn't bother me too much. I know anybody else would probably want to display this stuff and they're like, man, I really want, you know, I don't like it. By all means, check the box first, don't open it, send it to somebody else, try and do a trade-off with somebody, and see if you can get, maybe somebody else might have a straighter bat that they might want to trade off with you. But look at the head scan on this guy. I don't know, I'm not too happy on the head scan. Like I said, body-wise, they're giving him a vest. I wish it would have been a soft goods vest. This is more plastic. You can move it around, but having a plastic rated R vest, not for me. Everything else on this looks great. Out of a 10, I'm gonna give this a 7 just because of the head scan alone and because of the vest. And then the bat. Even though I said I'm not a perfectionist, I'm still gonna sit here and try and depict this thing as best as I can and give my critiques. If you like it, whatever, that's on you. And my bat fell. But it's okay, we're gonna move on. So this does bring 2 hands, which is giving you the entrance hand, so most likely that's what I probably will display when I display this one, and just take away the bat since the bat is bended a little bit. And then the part for the Paul Ellering, I'm gonna toss that this way. The part for the Paul Ellering is the body and the head of Paul Ellering, which I am going to screw on now. There we go. You had to, you know, show us some tough love a little bit. So that's the Paul Ellering head that comes in. I believe there is another Paul Ellering head that's there. This is more of the modern day Paul Ellering. Now coming to think about it, I'm not gonna put this head on here. I'm actually gonna display him with the original head from his past. Next up on the line, we have my man Tom's favorite wrestler, Goldberg. And Goldberg is bringing the blue IC title, the blue Universal title that he defended against Braun Strowman at WrestleMania this past year at WrestleMania 36, which I was supposed to attend, but due to this little pandemic that we're having here called COVID, that didn't happen. So Goldberg doesn't bring much. Obviously, it's just going to bring you extra hands. It's going to bring you the Universal title in blue, and then obviously this is an older model of Goldberg. I know they had this before, but the only thing that they added now was the Universal title, which is kind of a letdown because now you kind of like already have this because you kind of need it now because you got to get the rest of the body parts for Ellering if you want to display him. But for the meantime, whoop, almost fell from there. All right, so I'm just gonna leave him like this. I'll probably take him out so I can do a full display picture. But this is the head that I had mentioned before of Paul Ellering, and this is the old school. So I'm gonna clip this on, and then we'll start clipping everything else on afterwards. If you guys want to take a look at that, I'll do a separate video for this one. And that is in. All right. Last but not least, Mr. Boy Toy himself, Shawn Michaels. This is depicting his WrestleMania 9 match against Tatanka when he defended the Intercontinental Championship. I like this Shawn Michaels here. I have a lot of other Shawn Michaels, but I feel like this one right here is just, to me, much better than a lot of the Shawn Michaels that we've gotten in the past. I'm kind of hoping, and I know a lot of people are probably saying to themselves, like, no, like, we don't need it, but we actually need a bald-headed Shawn Michaels NXT. I don't care if it's a basic. Let's do it, Mattel. Let's get it happen. But we're gonna open this up. We're gonna check out what Shawn Michaels has and see where we go from there. Man, I mean, we have so much stuff here that are coming out soon. The Mattel is just trying to crank everything out. Lucky for us with this one right here, Shawn Michaels. It's a little hard to take out because I think the glasses come off. If I pop this open, you're gonna find out the glasses are still on the whole time, but the glasses do come off. So same thing like Edge. His vest is rubber, but his tassels on the vest is more softer, so you can see here. Glasses are on, straight as it can be. Shawn Michaels, this ring gear is amazing. I remember when he fought Tatanka for the title and won. It was like a really good match. I would have to say this figure right here, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. The only reason why I'm giving it an 8 is because of the vest itself. I'm not a fan of the rubber. Not a fan of the rubber, but other than that, this figure is amazing. So that is it for those, and then this brings you the last one, which is Paul Ellering's legs. So now we're just gonna assemble everything and see how Paul Ellering looks, and then put everyone else together. You can see pictures of that later. But before I start to pull Paul Ellering together, no, you know what? We're gonna put Paul Ellering together. Let's go. All right. So we're gonna start pulling Paul Ellering together. Like I said, each figure in the line came with a different body part and actually came with Rocco, so you've seen all that. So now we're gonna sit there and assemble everyone together. You can see before in the last video, in part 1, we sat there and I put the head on Paul Ellering. From there, putting the body on. So just a little FYI, if you're gonna put the body on Paul Ellering and the legs, hold on to the head because the body does move. So you want to hold on to that pretty tight there. And so you hear a pop because this is not going in. You might want to put this together. Seeing Undisputed in the background. They're going to be at War Games, which is great to see all of them back. And there it is. I got the pop. Once you hear that little pop sound, you already know that it's in there. It's not going to go anywhere at all. Please make sure of the hands are correct. Because the way Mattel does these, sometimes you don't really know which one this is. So this is the left side here. Pop that bad boy in. Hold on to the other side as well, because it's still gonna give you some type of trouble from there. We got that one in. Next hand, since there's nothing else to hold up, just put it together. That's gonna pop in, and we have Paul Ellering. So the next thing to do, obviously, now is just to put Rocco. Which, put him like this. Stick the hand in there. And voila. Now, I don't remember which slide he would put Rocco in, but as you can see, this is Paul Ellering already built up with Rocco. If you do not want to buy the Wrestlemania set at all, it could just want Rocco. I would say go on eBay. Somebody is probably bound to sell it, and you can get them that way.
With you 'cause I'm bored. I don't need you keeping open doors.